Hello meta players and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the amazing incentives that the DAOs offer within MetaPlayerOne. The DAO incentives will be paid in the meta unit tokens, which is of course the native token for the entire MetaPlayerOne platform. And these will be tradable on Uniswap. These meta unit tokens will be divvied up as incentives for every DAO that participates in the alpha season. The MetaPlayerOne platform will be giving out one meta unit token per DAO member every single month. So let's say you had hypothetically 100 members in your DAO would be receiving 100 meta unit tokens every single month. The meta unit contract itself will be minting these tokens as an incentive to those influencers for the DAO's performance, the purchase turnover made in its community each month. Where the rubber meets the road for utility has to do with the coverage ratio. So the coverage ratio will actually be the total number of members within a DAO times by the amount of activity that DAO has each month. So we're talking about ETH traded on the MetaPlayerOne platform. And the reason why this is very important is that potential projects who want to advertise are going to be able to see which DAOs are the most active and get an accurate representation on the power that DAO has, whether that's purchasing or just advertising in general. As an example, heading over to the Alpha MetaPlayerOne app, these DAOs are actually ranked by their coverage score. So we can see the Vic DAO currently has a coverage score of 0.01. And then just below that, we have DAO W5, 0.009. And then going down to fifth place, my DAO is currently sitting at 0.002 coverage. So these are the rankings for the coverage, and basically any projects that want to promote, they're going to be looking for the top DAOs, and the prices for promoting on each one of these DAOs will correlate to those coverage scores. These ads on the platform itself will also be paid directly to the influencers or the owner of the DAO itself. Essentially, all advertising inquiries with budgets will be fully allocated to the DAO owners and the community members. So as we get back into bull season, whether it's a Web3 NFT or crypto project that's looking for active communities to promote to, they'll be able to do so all inclusive within MetaPlayerOne. This is going to be awesome for any influencers out there that do start a DAO with MetaPlayerOne, or if you are a community member within one of these DAOs, you are going to get the inside scoop on maybe the latest pre-sale for a crypto or NFT project, or maybe you are going to get the earliest alerts on some major breaking news that a crypto project has to offer because you are in that DAO. Overall, it's a win-win for MetaPlayerOne. So in summary, by creating a DAO with MetaPlayerOne, you can have that DAO work for you and earn yourself some passive income. For those of you who missed my previous video about how to create a DAO within MetaPlayerOne, it is fast and simple. You can do so, create a smart contract, your own token without any coding experience. By creating a DAO with MetaPlayerOne, you are going to get payments every single month by having a DAO within the network, again, according to your coverage ratio. So by starting a DAO today or in the early stages of MetaPlayerOne, you'll have a leg up on the competition to potentially have one of the higher coverage ratios month after month, again, earning you some revenue. So for those of you who do go ahead and create a DAO, and especially those of you who have one of the higher coverage ratios, you in particular will actually be earning yourself a huge portion of meta unit tokens that you'll be able to claim. By checking the DAO page, you will be seeing who the top earners are going to be based on what rank they are, because again, the higher the coverage score, the more meta unit tokens that you will be earning, and with that, you are going to be able to trade these immediately on Uniswap, or you can go ahead and hold on to them for the long term, whatever you prefer. It's also important to keep in mind that the MetaPlayerOne advertising engine is going to be bringing advertisers directly to your doorstep. These ads will be displayed in your community channels in accordance with your coverage ratio. So in short, the higher the coverage ratio, the bigger the ads. So for any of you influencers out there, I highly encourage you to go ahead and set up a DAO within this platform, mainly because you are going to be getting all the earnings. None of the earnings are paid to the platform itself. All the earnings are going to you, the content creator or influencer or whatever you want to call yourself. And for those of you who are mostly just community members of DAOs themselves, you will also be able to earn revenue by watching the advertisements that are displayed in your communities. So everybody wins within the DAO. They have a watch to earn concept. And of course, for the DAO creators, you will be earning the biggest pieces of the pie if you do have one of the higher coverage ratios. So that about wraps it up for the DAO incentives on MetaPlayerOne. Be sure to tune in next week where we'll be going over all the beginner steps and guides all about starting an account, how to join a community, all the basic ins and outs of the DAOs themselves, as well as how to buy and sell NFTs and see what communities are available for you to join. So I hope to see you next week. Bye!